Today we're going to do more practice when it comes to solving word problems using systems of equations. Let's take a look at our first example. At a restaurant, the cost for a breakfast taco and a small glass of milk is $2.10. The cost for 2 tacos and 3 small glasses of milk is $5.15. Use a system of equations to determine the cost of a taco and the cost of a small glass of milk. Okay, so let's go ahead and start by writing down what x and y will represent. I'm going to say x will be the cost of a taco and y will be the cost of a glass of milk. So let's start by writing our two equations, and we know that the cost for 1 breakfast taco and 1 small glass of milk is $2.10. So x plus y is equal to $2.10. Next, it says the cost for 2 tacos and 3 small glasses of milk is $5.15. So 2x plus 3y equals $5.15. Now, we can solve these two equations, and it looks like we could use substitution. So for substitution, I'm going to take the first equation and solve for x. That will be x equals 210 minus y. Now I'm going to substitute 2.10 minus y in for x in that second equation. So this will be 2 times 2.10 minus y plus 3y equals 5.15. Let's go ahead and distribute and simplify. So we have 4.2 minus 2y plus 3y equals 5.15. I can add minus 2y and the 3y together. So I have 4.2 plus y equals 5.15, and subtract 4.2 from both sides, and that gives us y equals 0.95. Now, to solve for x, I'm going to substitute 0.95 in for y. So I'm going to use x equals 2.1 minus y. So this will be x equals 2.1 minus 0.95, which is equal to 1.15. So we found that the cost of a taco is $1.15, and the cost for a glass of milk is going to be 95 cents. Let's take a look at example 2. At a college bookstore, Carla purchased a math textbook and a novel that cost a total of $54. If the price of the math textbook is $8 more than 3 times the price of the novel, determine the cost of the textbook and the cost of the novel. Okay, so let's determine what x and y will represent. We need to find the cost of the textbook and the cost of the novel, so I'm going to make those two x and y. Now we know that Carla purchased a math textbook and a novel, and that cost $54. So x plus y equals 54. The other thing we're told is that the price of the math textbook is $8 more than 3 times the price of the novel. So the price of the math textbook, that's x, is x equals 8 more than, so 8 plus 3 times the price of the novel, so 3 times y. So x equals 8 plus 3y. All right, so now we can substitute 8 plus 3y in for x in the first equation. So this will be 8 plus 3y plus y equals 54. Let's simplify. So we have 8 plus 4y equals 54. And then we have 4y equals 46. Divide both sides by 4 and we get y is equal to 11.5. Now to find the value of x, we need to substitute 11.5 in for y. So we have x equals 8 plus 3 times 11.5. And that's going to come out to be 42.5. So the cost of the textbook is $42.50, while the cost of the novel is $11.50. All right, we have one more example today. Chase and Sarah went to the candy store. Chase bought 5 pieces of fudge and 3 pieces of bubblegum for a total of $5.70. Sarah bought 2 pieces of fudge and 10 pieces of bubblegum for a total of $3.60. Determine the cost of one piece of fudge and one piece of bubblegum. Okay, so let's start by assigning x and y. So I will say x is the cost of a piece of fudge and y is the cost of a piece of bubblegum. Now we're told that Chase bought 5 pieces of fudge and 3 pieces of bubblegum, and that came out to be $5.70. So 5x plus 3y equals 570. Next, we have that Sarah bought 2 pieces of fudge and 10 pieces of bubblegum for a total of 360. So this is 2x plus 10y equals 360. Now we need to solve for x and for y. Substitution looks like it's going to be not very easy. And if we look for elimination, we might need to multiply both equations by certain numbers in order to eliminate one of the variables. Let's say we wanted to eliminate the x variable. That would mean I would need to multiply the first equation by -2 and the second equation by +5. Now by doing this, that will give me a -10x in the first equation and a +10x in the second equation, and those will get eliminated. So let's go ahead and multiply that first equation by -2. So I have -10x minus 6y equals -11.4. In the second equation, I'm going to multiply by 5. So I'm going to have 10x plus 50y equals 18. And now when I add these together, the x gets eliminated, and I can add the rest. So I have 44y equals 6.6. Dividing both sides by 44, I end up with y equals 0.15. Now I still need to solve for x. So let's substitute 0.15 in for y. So I have, let's say I use the second equation there before I multiplied. So 2x plus 10 times 0.15 equals 360. Multiplying, we have 2x plus 1.5 equals 3.6. Subtract 1.5 from both sides. Now we have 2x equals 2.1. Divide both sides by 2. So now we have x equals 1.05. So the cost of a piece of fudge will be $1.05, whereas the cost of a piece of bubblegum is going to be 15 cents.